It's the Columbus Crew and Monterrey playing in the second semifinal, Leg 1 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup this week on Wednesday, April 24th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. In the quarterfinals, Columbus drew Tigres, another team from Liga MX, 1-1 in Leg 1 in Columbus. They drew again 1-1 in Mexico with the tie needing extra time, and then PKs to decide the winner, which saw Columbus advancing 4-3 on penalties. Meanwhile, Monterrey went to Miami in Leg 1 and won 2-1. That was aided by a Miami red card in the 65th minute. And then in Leg 2, they won 3-1 in Mexico. Again, they had the help of Miami taking a red card in the 78th minute. Now let's break down the odds and the Columbus and Monterrey prediction in the Champions Cup. Looking at the odds, Columbus will be favored at home at plus 135. The draw 205, Monterrey plus 170, over minus 105, the under 2.5, minus 125. Both teams to score yes, minus 137. Both teams to score no, plus 100. If we look at the form guide and head-to-head stats, there's only ever been two other meetings between these teams. Came in 2021 in this tournament. The teams drew 2-2 in Columbus, and Monterrey won 3-0 in Mexico. Now for Columbus coming into this, if we look at their form this season, the MLS Cup champs are doing an okay job of navigating both competitions, which is usually something that is tough to do. They aren't losing very many games, but they also are not winning very many games, as they are 3-5-1. That's 5 draws, and they're 4th in the East. They drew Portland 2-2 this weekend, another draw. That's their 4th straight in MLS and the 5th straight game they've not won in league play. But add up all of their games in all competitions this year in 2024, and they still only have one loss, as they are 3-6-1. At home, they're 3-2-0. Undefeated, they scored 9 and allowed just 4 goals in those games. For Monterrey, they sit 3 points back of Toluca and Club America in Liga MX for first in the Clausura, but also 1 point back of Cruz Azul, who are third. That makes them 4th at 8-5-3. They're coming off a 2-0 away loss this weekend to Lyon. They've been a mediocre road team as well so far at 3-2-2, scoring 10, allowing 7. And they're actually now winless in 4 Liga MX games with 3 losses and just 1 draw after that loss this weekend to Lyon. But if you add in the Champions Cup games and the wins over Miami, they are 2-1-3 in their last 6. That's still not great, but at least it's not a long winless run as it is if you just look at Liga MX games. And having those 3 losses is actually so close together is actually quite the rarity for Monterrey. They had been undefeated in 19 games prior to losing to Chivas before playing Monterrey in the last round. That loss on March 30th. If we look at predictions for Columbus and Monterrey, the under has gone 4-1 in Columbus's recent games. The draw is also hit in 5 of their last 6, including both games against Tigres last round. Monterrey games have been more open of late, going 4-1 to the over and 7-2 to the over going further back. I expect this to be a close game, maybe a draw, perhaps a goal from each. It's hard to bet Columbus at home. They've not lost a competitive home match since going back to April of last year in 2023. Though Monterrey has never lost to an MLS team in this tournament and did knock Columbus out in 2021, as we said earlier, with a 5-2 aggregate score. I think we could see a goal from both. I'm going to go draw. Bet another draw, just like Columbus drew Tigres both games last round. Let's go draw as the best bet in this championship game. How do you see it going? Can Columbus keep holding the torch for MLS and get the win and advance over the 2 legs? Make your picks down there in the comments, and good luck this week.